There was a time when a human being first looked at rising smoke and chose to inhale it, not by accident, on purpose. Before tobacco, before pipes, before any civilization we can name, the urge to breathe smoke may have been with us from the very beginning. Fire itself came first, nearly a million years ago at sites like Wonderwork Cave in South Africa, where our ancestor, Homo erectus, sat beside contained flames, cooked, kept warm, and breathed smoke every single night. Some of that smoke was not ordinary wood. Certain plants release psychoactive compounds when burned. Alkaloids, terpenes, chemicals that speak directly to the human nervous system. And the human brain was already listening. Our endocannabinoid receptors did not evolve for cannabis, but when that first cloud of smoke arrived, the brain was not confused. It recognized what it had been waiting for, and that raises a fascinating question. Was the first act of smoking a decision or a very pleasant accident repeated often enough that someone learned to recreate it deliberately? The archaeology gives us only fragments because organic material decays while stone endures. The oldest direct evidence of intentional cannabis use comes from a burial site in the Pamir Mountains around 500 BC, where heated stones and high THC residue lay in a ritual context. Herodotus described the Scythians throwing hemp seeds onto glowing stones inside sealed tents, howling with pleasure. A report dismissed for centuries until excavators found the very braziers and residue he described. And here is what makes it stranger. Tobacco, native to the Americas, was already sacred there for thousands of years before Europeans arrived in 1492. Indigenous healers did not smoke recreationally. They used smoke as a messenger between worlds, a blessing, a form of medicine. The ancient Egyptians prescribed inhaled herbal smoke for the lungs in the Ebers Papyrus. Ayurvedic texts described Dhumapana, smoke drinking, with precise protocols refined over 3,000 years. Yet, the mystery deepens even further. In Utah, a 12,000-year-old hearth contained wild tobacco seeds, deliberately placed long before any known pipe. If humans in the Americas were burning tobacco then, what were humans everywhere else doing with their own psychoactive plants at the same moment? Some researchers, like psychopharmacologist Ronald Siegel, have argued that the pursuit of altered consciousness is a fourth biological drive, as deep as hunger or thirst, visible in elephants seeking fermented fruit and reindeer consuming intoxicating mushrooms in Siberia. Shared altered states may have been social technology, synchronizing groups, building the trust that kept isolated humans alive. The smoke circle was not a pastime, it was infrastructure. Strip away the language and the centuries, and the story becomes clear. The ritual of breathing smoke is extraordinarily old, older than agriculture, older than pottery, older than every empire. What changed was never the instinct, only the purpose. A shaman and a tobacco executive worked with the same plant and had almost nothing else in common. So the next time you catch the smell of wood smoke on a cold night, remember the fire that first made it. The real question was never when humans learned to smoke, it is why we have always needed to.